Well, happy day. I just noticed you can see my the Grinch Who Stole Christmas decoration. I tell you what, this weekend was really great. I was able to clean out my storage unit area thing and got to donate a whole bunch of stuff. How I continually get stuff to donate is beyond me. Like, I don't know. I guess that's just life anyways. Like you purchase things and then you're kind of over it, and so you get rid of it. I'm just trying really hard to just purchase very practical things. So I did have to go the other day to Walmart to purchase some flowers. That's practical. So just to let you know that I'm not going crazy. I'm still purchasing, just very little. By the way, Walmart has some of the best clearance for plants. So if you're interested in plants, you might check out their department because it's so cool. I ended up getting a geranium for a couple bucks, and the plant is great. Now, the color of the plant, like the flowers, will end up being white, but I mean, whatever. The fact I got this giant plant for $2.50 is going to be great as long as I can keep it alive. And I really think I can, because the temperature right now is fabulous in Tucson. It's almost chilly in the shade and nice and warm in the sun. So it's that weird layering type of year, or time of year for us. Also, when I was at Walmart, I decided to get some cool new things. Let me show you. So you guys know I still take vitamins. I have to take, I am on 0 pharma meds, but I do supplement some with vitamins, which is going to be vitamin D. I don't have to take potassium. Ever since I really focused in on carnivore, it's interesting that I haven't been able or needing to take potassium pills. So instead of taking potassium pills, I started to take fish oil, B12. Oh shoot, I meant to get that today. Oh well, I'll get it tomorrow. The orange pill, and I never remember the name. There's an orange and a white pill, and the white pill, I guess that would be considered pharma if I take it. So it's supposed to help with water or something. I don't know. It doesn't have any side effects except for it could make you dizzy, but I don't feel that. The other thing is an orange little pill that's very tiny, and I want to say that helps with calcium or something like that. I don't know. I should know, but I don't have time for that. What I have time though for is to shop for a new holding container for my pills. And what I really like about this one is it's super big, because if I have to have potassium and fish oil, then they both can fit in this little thing together. Plus I put Tums in here. Plus I do, I can't think of it right now, but it's basically to help your joints. I think the brand I use is, or the name I use is called Move Freely or something like that, but it's kind of like an oily thing that helps keep your joints lubed up. So anyways, those pills are super big, and so this works out really well for that because it's only a couple bucks at Walmart. Now this is my only green one that I have because they actually sell purple, but I bought all 3 purple ones, and so I decided instead of getting the regular blue one, which, you know, like everybody has blue, I decided to get green. So what I decided to do with those, so they're all individual, where my vitamin holder last time was double-sided. So it was like you had the top here, and then on the bottom you had the other side. So it was basically 2 weeks worth of vitamins, and you didn't have to worry about the vitamin pill bottles and all of that. But I don't know. I feel like the system will work really well because I actually fill it up for a whole month. So this is this week's, and then my purple ones are all filled and ready to go for the weeks after. So once I empty this one, I'll put that in the cupboard and I'll pull out a new sleeve, I guess. So a purple one, and then I will be set for that whole week to have vitamins. Now that I'm thinking about it, I should have gotten Tums too, because I'm running a little bit low on Tums as my binder. So what Tums does is it grabs onto the things like phosphates and stuff that I'm not absorbing in my system, and it'll help pull it out of my system, so that is not just sitting there, because that's what makes dialysis patients sick, is the toxins that we can't get rid of. So today also my dishwasher is going to be repaired. So I just finished an exchange so that the maintenance guy can come in and work on that. I haven't been using it for like months. And it's okay, like I can wash my dishes, like that's not a problem. It's just me and Donnie and Ben or whoever, Charlie, you know. So it's not really a big issue, but I don't know. I just feel like it's nice when you're able to load the dishwasher and wash dishes in there. And I mean, I've gone years without using a dishwasher, and then the office lady told me, like, you need to run your dishwasher at least once a week, because otherwise when your drain water is draining out, it can like clog up or something. I don't know. So I don't need any of that to happen, especially because we're on the second floor, and I would feel devastated and also like really upset if my pipes backed up and like affected my neighbor below me, because she's way super cool. So I don't want that to happen to her or to me. So yeah, like I haven't been using it. The last time I used it, it wasn't draining the rinse water out. And so I'm really good with making sure the dishes are almost clean anyways before going in there. And so I work really hard to make sure that I'm not just putting really super dirty food covered dishes in the dishwasher. But at the same time, I don't know why I did that. I don't know why it's not draining out like that. And it's weird because my last apartment, the dishwasher did the exact same thing. So maybe they're just older and they're needing to be replaced. I don't know. I really don't want a new dishwasher, but I guess that's up to the apartment to decide what they're going to do with it. Last week I had the toilet fixed because it was so weird. I did an exchange and then I had to leave, I think, for an appointment. So I drained in the toilet, as I do. And I left it there to drain while I was gone. And when I came home, the toilet water had like filled the bowl up almost completely over, which is really gross. And I was like, oh, that is not great. That's not good. I have kids, so I know, things can happen. So I tried to plunge it, but it really didn't seem like it was doing anything. So I just gave up. I was like, well, when Donnie gets home, he's going to have to deal with this. And a couple of hours later, probably my next exchange after that, I went to check it to drain again into it, and it was empty. It was like almost completely empty. And so I drained that bag into the toilet, and then I flushed it, and then it filled back up again. And so I was like really freaked out. And that was a Friday, and it was probably like around 4 or 5. So I decided that we shouldn't use that side of the house, like that shower, that sink, that toilet. And then like a couple hours later, I could hear like this gurgling sound. So I went in there, and it was like rising and dropping and rising and dropping, like it was trying to do its thing. That night, I don't think Donnie came home until super late for some reason. He probably had band practice. And so I was just like, let's just not use that until Monday. So I put in a work order because I was like, I just feel so responsible if something went down and the downstairs neighbor was affected. And so I told them, like, hey, this is an issue going on. And so she was super grateful about that. And she's like, I don't have any issues. And then another neighbor told me, like, yeah, typically they have to like clean it out by the trees because the roots and so forth. So I was really hoping it was going to be a big deal, and it ended up not being a big deal. So I the maintenance guy came and snaked it, and then he's like, I think it's okay, but he's like, I don't know, there's something really hard in there. And then I had this fear, like, what if Charlie put a toy in there and I didn't know? But I don't think he would do that, you know. So anyways, the maintenance guy was like, don't touch it. We're going to have a plumber come the next day. And so the plumber came, and he did the exact same thing the maintenance guy did. And he was not able to get it to unplug, but he got it to work well. So he said, like, whatever that hard thing was is allowing stuff to go through. So I don't know. I don't want to say like it's fixed, but I also don't want to say it's not fixed, because it's a week later and everything's flushing fine. So hopefully it's not one of those things where it's going to be a super big problem in the future. Because that would be pretty bad. I am not one to be a plumber, or yeah, I just couldn't. Ugh, like, no thank you. So anyways, that's been my life. That's the repairs going down right now or soon. And I guess the cool thing is today I made wonton soup. Again, I don't make the homemade wontons. I purchased them frozen from Fry's, but they're really good. So you just create your broth however you want it to be, and then you put in the frozen wontons and let it heat up and boil for a moment or two, and then it's ready. And it's so good. It's just so good. But those jalapenos, holy cow, they were hot. Like, I ended up taking them out of my broth because it was way too hot. No, it was not good. I mean, it was delicious, but so hot that I couldn't really enjoy it. You know how that can happen? So that's my situation today. So hopefully when I report tomorrow or the next day, I will let you know that my dishwasher is fixed or I got a new one. So, all right, talk to you guys later. Have a good day. Bye-bye.